All right, y'all. I'm going to do something maybe that may be a little controversial here, but I think it's worthwhile, and hopefully it will help to make my point and help y'all to see where I'm coming from. Yesterday, uh, in the video that I recorded on New Year's Eve for 2024, which has now engulfed us in its sinister embrace. Um, we're now part of 2024, whether we like it or not. I said, what does one do? How does one deal with uh, demoralization? Um, you know, in this year that will be filled to the brim of with stories that encourage demoralization and despair and rage and just if you are if you are going going to follow the news in 2024, which I most assuredly am not, especially not the presidential election news. But if you do that, you're going to be hit from all sides uh, with outrage porn. And I said the solution to that is to avoid outrage porn, to avoid that which will um, have the effect on your spirit, have an effect on your spirit that is detrimental. Okay, so what not to get too conspiratorial here. Of course, it's me, so maybe I should just be proudly conspiratorial. What they want is learned helplessness. And the fact is, these are things you can't really control. There are things that happen in the world that you don't have much control over. So what do? Well, you pay attention to the things that you can control, and you pray about the things you can't control, and you ask that God give you the wisdom to know the difference. And there you have the Serenity Prayer. And no, I'm not an AA, but that's still the Serenity Prayer. It's still pretty sound, I think. All right, so this is a site that I'm actually subscribed to because I guess they had posted some things. I don't know if this is one person or many people. I think it's probably one guy, but I'll just go proceed with that notion, with that proposition. He's posted some things that have been funny, that have been mordant, that have been worth paying attention to, but I don't know uh, if I want to keep going with him because it seems that what you keep seeing from him on his community page is stories like this. Okay, Legion of Men. Wife who divorced her husband for drowning in self-pity after discovering he was dying from testicular cancer explains why she has no regrets. No regrets. I'm not a horrible person. All right. Now, this story happened. I'm presuming that this story is true. And it's awful. Don't get me wrong. This is awful. And does it show us something relevant about the state of should we say modern women? Uh, Perhaps yes. Now that's not to say every woman is like this. You know, I mean, dear Lord, if that were true, um, then things would be truly terrible. But what's the point of? Okay, so occasionally you come across stories like this, and it's like, oh, that's awful, you know, and and it has 585 replies, and I'm telling you that all of the replies are going to be, this just shows the way women are. This just shows. Well, let's go ahead and see. Let's click on the link there. Um, So, the fact that she's a life coach and tells others how to live is embarrassing. This woman is exactly the epitome of cruelty. It shows exactly who you are. You leave a guy because of cancer and you want us to believe you are a good person. I'm not a horrible person. Yes, you are. I mean, these are all true, and I'm with all of this sentiment. In sickness or in health meant nothing to her in the vows. Once again, okay, here we go. Once again, women don't care about your struggles. They just get with the winners at the finish line. What troubles me isn't that people are expressing sentiments like this, but that they're it's just like an amen corner. It's just one sentiment like that after another. Unfortunately, you're spot on. Not all women, but definitely a lot of them. But the winners don't win all the time. That's the problem with these women. They never hesitate to leave with half your stuff. I have 2 friends who are cancer survivors. Their ladies should be lining up for them. This is absolutely sickening. Blah, blah, blah. Same happened to me. The worst thing about our society is that we're so proud of the fact that we don't judge women ever. So you see, nobody's saying, nobody's leaping on and saying something like, this is a terrible story, but let's not get carried away with it, or this is what one woman did. There are good women out there, and I mean, this is me. I'm saying this, I'm not, I think you know enough about me to know that I'm not, I'm definitely not someone who's just, I'm definitely not a feminist, I'm definitely not a male feminist. I am most assuredly male, but not a male feminist. Anyway, the reality of being a boss babe. Okay. So this is one where they show like a boss babe, somebody who put her career before everything, and now it's Christmas Eve and she's alone, and she's and she's frustrated with her situation, and she's sad. I'm frustrated and tired. Does life get better? And see, what you have with a story like this is just, hey, bitch, you chose that life. Now, so suck it. I mean, let me see what the comments are. She's starting to understand what loneliness is truly like. Men face this type of loneliness on the regular. She doesn't have to be alone. She only wants Chad. It's her choice to be lonely. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying any of these things are necessarily wrong. It's just this constant barrage. It's just like these are guys. The whole comment section is just an amen corner. There's no debate. There's no like challenging. Nothing that I've seen. Okay. Reap it, Queen. 31 likes. Okay. I mean, you can't just feel bad for somebody who's lonely. I mean, I don't know. I'm not just inclined to just say, ha ha ha, she's lonely on Christmas Eve. Suck it, bitch. I don't know. That just doesn't seem like, a good mindset to have about anyone. Does it get better? It could, but chances are you'll refuse to accept the reality of your circumstances and keep only giving it up to Chad. Okay. And taunting her for becoming a cat lady. I don't know. This is a woman who's saying I don't like this. Shouldn't there be more like? Shouldn't there be more guys saying things like, well, if she doesn't like it, hopefully she'll change her ways and see the light and become a better person instead of being this corporate bitch who puts career before everything. It does get better. Animal Foundation suspending all adoption fees for a new year. Get that cat. You know you want it. All right, that's kind of funny. I'll give him. I'll give him that. It's funny, but still, you see what I mean here. Every single comment. I mean, The post is meant to elicit outrage. Well, here, the first one is to elicit outrage. What a bitch for leaving her husband when he has cancer. And here it's like, ha ha ha, you hit the wall and nobody wants you and you blew it. Let's see. The simp paid $10K to meet the girl he follows on OnlyFans. All he got was a hug. 1 month later, her and her boyfriend are using that money to travel the world. All right, so yeah, I don't mind this one. This one, it's sort of saying, don't be a simp. And I agree, being a simp is bad. Two high-calorie humans wanted for allegedly setting fire to an apartment in Toronto. Okay. Shockingly single Charlize Theron wants someone to grow up here and ask her out. This is an old story. This is like from years ago, where she says, hey, nobody... the Oscar winner revealed she's had trouble locking down a date and asked potentials to grow up here and step up if they'd like a chance with her. I've been single for 10 years. It's not a long shot. Somebody just needs to grow up here and step up. Okay, I'm shockingly available. Now, of course, we know, that she hasn't found somebody probably because her standard, there's tons of men out there who would want to be with her, but they don't meet her standards. Of course, that's the case. But still, look, haha, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face. Now, Charlize Theron, I'm not really that sympathetic to for a variety of reasons. I mean, I think she like cross-dresses her kids and stuff. But taking that all out of the picture, I mean, again, it's just going to be one thing after another, one guy after another, being mocking. I don't know. These are the kinds of outrage stories. These are the kinds of bait to make you making fun of fat women who set a fire to Toronto. That's kind of funny. Pre-nut delusion versus post-nut clarity. You're so beautiful, marry me. Never mind, I just jerked off. You mean nothing to me. All right. See, I don't know. Well, first, this might all be a joke. I mean, this might be just not a joke, but this might not be an actual series of texts. But still, I bet everybody's going to say best post-nut clarity. Literally hits immediately. Life-saving and depression-sparing post-nut clarity. The most profound truth ever uttered. Okay. So again, there's a unanimity amongst the commenters, and there's a lot of them. Okay, this is clearly where a lot of unhappy men cluster to get their latest thing to feel outraged by. And I understand their outrage. All right, hey, Iraq, chill out. U.S. government living war to war. That's true. Okay, yeah, that's kind of funny. Okay. This putting two stories side by side. Men who set up illegal streaming of Premier League matches jailed for 30 years. Man only jailed for 3 years for raping 12-year-old girl in park. This isn't really related to feminism, but this is sort of like showing how, and I guess probably the man on the right is probably an immigrant or something. But this is outrage porn, and yeah, it's something. When I say outrage porn, I don't mean that it's not truly outrageous. It is, but the problem is when you take it and it's something you see on the internet. It's something you see on social media. Doesn't really bear that much relevance to you. but you see it, and right, just something about Rothschild. All right, yeah. So something about the war on Christmas. Um, you know, it's like feminists got what they wanted. Women in general, not so much. You notice that men are no longer persuasive once they ask you out on a date and you say no. That's it. I mean, that's kind of funny. That would be frustrating for her. Like I said, there's truth here. Okay, and now more outrage. An outrage story about them allowing immigrant rapists to go free. These people don't care about you, red or blue. Moronic distractions as they fill their wallets on false promises. I don't really disagree, but there's something about the way that you spend so much time commenting on it, and you spend so much time like this kind of vitriolic language, instead of just being like kind of like a screw them. But it's like you make your choice to be outraged. Okay, that's you make your choice to fixate on things that are awful and unjust, and that make you just mad as hell. I wear a ring now, and the amount of men checking me out or talking to me reduced by 80%. My guy wears a ring, and the amount of women checking him out or talking to him doubled. WTF is wrong with you women? That's pretty funny. I mean, and that does show something that is worth talking about. When a man is has the quote unquote social proof of being with someone wearing a wedding ring, then he becomes more desirable to many women. Exclusive Republicans drafting bills to remove Joe Biden from ballots in Georgia, Arizona, Florida. I can't believe my eyes, tit for tat, watching America accelerate the self-destruction. I don't know. Maybe maybe you enjoy that. Maybe it's like enjoy the decline sort of thing. Like Mr. Cleary says. I don't know. I don't enjoy the decline. I don't want to see a great society die before my eyes. It's happening, but I don't want to. I mean, I'd rather not revel in it happening. 97% of scientists agree with whoever is funding them. Yeah, I'm with you there, definitely. Strong and empowered boss babes getting fun zoned. I have a question. All right, are you against a FWB situation? Because I liked hanging out with you and our sex was good. FWB. Friends with benefits. I'm just not really at a point I can go full on into something serious, like an exclusive FWB, obvi. Okay. So yeah, so this is like ha ha ha. This is what's happening to this is what happens to hypergamous women. I mean, the thing is, you read things like this, you imbibe so much of this, and you just become, you less become someone who is mournful of the current state of things, and you more become somebody who just is inclined to hate women. A girl tells you she only wants situationships to aiming two things wide open, her legs and her options. I think that this was misread. This person misread that because it was a guy. This was a guy who was saying these things. The guy is the one who wants a situationship. We must condemn sin and degeneracy no matter where it's found. Oh, I agree with that. But anyway, people are laughing. I mean, there's a lot of these ha ha. You hit the wall, ha ha ha. Your hypergamy undid you, or it's making you miserable. I don't know. Just like, can we have more compassion than that? I'm not saying you have to like be like, oh, you poor thing, to women who are in those kinds of situations. But can we just be a little? We all struggle. We all struggle with stuff. Anyway, yeah. Let's see if there's anything more to see here. This is just an example. I don't mean to pick on this page. It's got some good things. It's got some things that okay, I don't get that one. I wonder if girls look at us and be like, I'd let him clap my cheeks. Me trying to figure out how banning abortion will lead to people getting abortions illegally, but banning guns will lead to ending gun crimes. Like I said, I'm with you on the sentiment. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's just like, let's just record the outrage one after another after another. It gives a skewed perspective. Now, I mean, I guess you can take it for what it is. You can, but I think there's something about just giving so much of your energy to stories like this, and replying to them as they do in the hundreds. This is a big page with a lot of readers. This has 23,000 likes, 1.8 thousand comments, and I'm betting you every single comment is oh, things are so degenerate, fuck liberals, fuck fuck this, fuck that, I hate these people, I hate that people. And these are people worthy of hate a lot of the time. But the thing is, you revel in that hate, and you're not making yourself any happier. Okay. So those are my thoughts about outrage, what I would call outrage porn. Not to pick on Legion of Men specifically, but that he was just somebody that I saw who was displaying this. What do y'all think? Am I off base? Let me know. Leave your comment below.